so fly, all these people 100 funny talk with real people.
The Funny Talk with Real People Inappropriate Podcast. I'm the host, Amy. I'm the host, Amy, Mr. Inappropriate.
Facebook, I'm Missy Monroe. Mix yourself up, Jamie.
What's going on? It's your boy Tiger Escobar.
All right, well, check this out. Welcome to Funny Talk of Real People Inappropriate Podcast. This is the old school edition.
Oh, yeah.
We got my man, Positive K, in the building.
Yep, you know it.
You know what I'm saying? Positive K, hip hop icon, legend. We got everybody in the building. We got Mika, she's so fly. Missy over there representing the NY, about to drop another goddamn.
No, I wasn't dropping anything.
We got Ozzy in the background.
Somebody's shit's falling.
Tiger Escobar.
What's happening?
You know, what's going on, everybody? Hey, we always start as we always start. How's everybody week been?
Wonderful.
Weekends?
Good.
All right.
Very good.
Blessed, yeah. Anybody got pregnant over the weekend?
No, I want to.
I didn't even try to, but I would love to have tried to get pregnant.
Nice.
I don't know what comes out of it, but
practice.
You know what comes out of it.
I'm just saying, I like to practice. It's okay.
You don't like the practice?
No, I like to
Tiger,
practice.
did you get those new sweatpants?
I donated some protein.
I don't know
You know what I'm saying? That's what I did this
should
week.
be asking about your
I didn't ask about his protein. He just said something about his protein. That wasn't what I asked.
I'm not trying to hear that.
Who said that?
What you ain't trying to hear? Me say I want to get pregnant?
I think that's from the song. I'm not trying to hear that. See.
Yes.
I'm not trying to
Not
hear
you
that.
gotta
That's
hear
it.
that.
That's
Got a man.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what
Salute.
Yo, tonight's episode is gonna be crazy. We got a bunch of call-ins that we're gonna do. We got my man Ant right here in the studio, in the spot, in the building. Paz, man, what's good? What's good?
Man, no complaints. Hanging out with y'all tonight, having some fun with these beautiful ladies and the fellas, and we
Yeah.
lounging, we chilling. We got the wine, got the little Pinot going on and everything.
What?
You know, what we want right now.
Represent.
Y'all
Can I
should be.
say-
They should be here with us right now.
Right.
True. Cheers to everybody out
Cheers.
there.
But can I
cheers.
say, just coming in on the NYC thing and, positive, no, it's no laughing. This is serious because I grew up and my cousin's father was from New York and we would go visit her grandmother all the time. As a young kid, I would just feel the energy when I would ride into the city, and then all of a sudden, New York, big city of dreams, and everything in New York ain't always what it seems. You might be down if you come from my town, but I'm down by law, and I know I'm all right now. But
Yo, she's rocking the house.
See what happens? You talk about New York.
That mess gets you hype. I always wanted to live in New York when I was growing up. When I had my daughter, I was like, I don't know if I can make it by myself. I don't know. But actually, her dad is from Brooklyn too, so I kind of have a thing for New York. I just love New York. I just wanted to rap. That's all.
Well, you fooled me. I thought you was from New York, but you rocking it properly.
I'm
You rocking it properly, you know?
But all of our DJs and the radio stations in North Carolina, they catered more towards like the up north, and they felt like they were from New York. Some of them may have been, but I like every time I go to that city, it just gives me so much life and energy. And I'll be quiet now, but I just
One
love
time
it. I
for
just
the
wanna
north,
start
though.
Yes, sir.
It's something about us New
It
York
is.
dudes that chicks
It's
just
something
like.
about up north,
Yeah.
Midwest.
Up
It
north.
is.
They like,
Midwest.
especially us Brooklyn dudes. They
Brooklyn.
really
I ain't gonna lie.
like
Brooklyn
us.
is-
For whatever
Brooklyn's where it's
reason,
at.
I guess what it is what it is. Brooklyn's always in the building.
So, Mika, I got a question for you. What's your favorite old school joint? What's your favorite old school joint that gets you amped, that brings you to a great place?
Well, I don't have
Remember, I'm on the show, okay?
Yeah.
Excuse me, miss.
So that shit, that
I got them in.
Excuse me, miss.
But I got them in. Yeah, I definitely like that song. It's so many though. It's so many for me. Like I definitely like the New York swing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I was a pop girl though versus a Biggie girl back in the day. So.
Oh wait. I was talking old school.
Well, I ain't that old.
Because
Don't try
Pac and Biggie ain't old school.
Well, I ain't that old.
Oh, they old school to the new
what?
ones.
So like,
Huh? I was talking out of it.
let me clear my throat.
Clear for what?
Okay.
Well,
Well, we already know what.
I do have a question.
Hold on, whoa.
No, that's inappropriate. That's not hip hop. That's inappropriate.
Thank you very much.
Oh my God! Look! Oh no!
Swallow.
No, but I do have a question for that particular
play
song
me.
because I didn't do any research because I just listened to it when I was younger. But what kind of inspiration for that song or any of your songs? Why did you did they derive from?
Wait a minute, I'm
Don't-
sorry.
Don't say it out loud.
Okay.
Ignore it. We'll talk about it later. So,
Did you
talking
see
about
it?
what's popping up on
I
my
didn't see it. I didn't
phone,
see it.
the name of the person
worry
who's
about it.
calling.
We're
We're
sorry.
going to keep going.
Oh man, I didn't see it. Wow.
You might
They gonna
see
call
it
again.
Yeah,
They gonna call again.
So,
He must have had a good nickname.
good but bad. But anyway, so
But you know what? I always think of Paz as like the original stalker dude.
that's why I want to know. That's why I want to know where this song derived.
Well, you know
because-
what? Very, very, very interesting. Because you know what? The Village Voice just did an article talking about was I got a man, pro sexual harassment.
Yes,
Wow.
exactly.
But no, it was a dope interview though. And then big shout out to the Village Voice and it represented me very well in a nice light.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this, I said, listen, it was the backdrop
From our music.
of the 90s.
Right.
You
You know, it
understand?
inspired men though to actually utilize that terminology all the time.
Well, I guess it just gave somebody a little bit
They
more,
still use
a
it,
little more dialogue. You know,
Right.
guys didn't have it. Coming up with dialogue and slick dialogue is what you need for that comeback. 'Cause
Right.
you ladies always had that.
We
You know what
got
I'm saying? I got a man, and that was you had a man or not. You was throwing it out to cut
Right.
the dude off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I
I'm
just
not
gave.
trying to hear that.
I just gave dudes some dialogue. That's all I
Right.
did. But I'm saying it was the backdrop for the 90s, man. I mean, you gotta understand. We didn't have social media.
Right.
You were meeting people on
Right.
the street. That's how you met somebody.
Right.
Like, how you
Yeah,
doing?
absolutely.
You talked to them. You pulled the car over and you talked for 15 minutes and,
Right.
and 20 minutes
Right.
in Harlem on the side of the street. You know what I'm saying? You in the club. I mean, you wrote numbers down on napkins and
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
napkins
So that's how that
and
was. I mean, you know, so you can't go but so far. You can't stalk but so much. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I
you
mean,
can't.
For that night.
now people in your DM, they
Right.
they
And
can
not-
Google you and get your address,
Right.
get your job info. Now that's stalking.
And
You know what I'm saying?
And you kept a player though, Paz, like, you know, say you start talking about spending bread and all that, you was like, nah, I'm out.
Oh no, we don't no cash, baby. We don't cash. We ain't doing no cash.
But not only
no
that,
dough.
everybody is
no,
posting.
keep looking good, but
not
no dough,
only
baby.
that, everybody is posting where they are these days. So it's like, this. Oh, you there? Oh, I'm there. So it's easy to stalk people now because they're not even cognizant of what they're posting and how they're saying where they are on a daily and a regular basis, and people are crazy and they can come find you wherever you are. So it's so much easier now to stalk. But what about Car Hopper?
Yeah.
What was that about? Like, I felt kind of like,
Hey, listen,
I was
that was-
like, is that about like what was it? Just tell me.
That was strictly a New York, a Harlem, Brooklyn, Bronx thing.
Tell me
And
about
if you knew, I mean, it was a time frame that if you was driving that fly whip, you had that mean joint. You know, if you was coming through bumping, and the girls would stop and be like, hey, who's that? That's Ray Ray. That's Ray Ray. Oh, you know, yeah, that's Born God.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he got it going on. That was it. That was
They hopping in.
that's how you, he got it on. Yeah, now his boom was rocking. That's he got
What's
the
today's mathematics?
he got the Audi with the
What? The new Audi.
Hey, listen.
Come on, man.
You know,
in a
that's how
heavy
it was.
system, in a real heavy system.
And thus the Car Hopper was born.
Okay, I was like, I didn't really know for sure. So.
What's the joint? Step Up Front. That was my classic. That was my favorite.
Great song, great. One of my first records I made when I signed the first Priority. That was with the Audio 2 and MC Light. You know, that's when I first got with them. It was produced by Grand Pooba.
Yes.
Yeah. Grand Pooba was my brother, my right hand man. And we got together and we did that song, man, and it was just so much energy. It was so raw and so uncut. That's when the SB12 sound was just being born. And we tapped that out, man, at my man Billy Brickle's house. He used to manage the Masters of Ceremonies. We went to New Rochelle and we tapped that out up in there, man, and went to Jazzy J's and laid it. When I took it out to Brooklyn over to Staten Island where First Priority was the studio and Step Up Front was
Now,
born.
you
man.
got put on, well, let's let the people know your road to getting put on, because a lot of these cats don't understand
There's too many of us
the
on the internet. It's not allowing us all to
the
do it.
history behind getting in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have the social media, so we couldn't, expand it that way. We had to hand to tape, go to a party,
networking
network,
right
real network.
Yeah.
So
Value.
the Audio 2 was the ones who discovered you.
No, it wasn't. The story was one before that. I was in the Bronx, and my grandmother lived across from Echo Park, so I used to see everybody just jamming in the park. So I would run up to Melly Mel and all them guys, you know, and Kaz and them dudes. Those were my heroes, you know what I'm saying? Then going to Queens, I met a dude named Sweetie G. He was the Queen's #1 solo sensation. He was a bad dude.
What was his name?
Sweetie G.
Oh.
Sweetie G is Glenn.
Not Spoonie G.
Yeah, Sweetie G. But he was dope. People in New York City know him. I mean, he was like one dude that came from Queens that went every borough and just like tore things down. You know, he was the first one like singing and doing that singing stuff too and rapping at the same time. He introduced me to Mike and Dave, where I did my first record. They were doing a compilation, and I had this one song that Sweetie G had produced for me, and it was called Getting Paid. And Mike and Dave was trying to do a compilation called Fast Money. And it was so crazy because they wanted me to be the first song on side A and the first song on the flip side of it. I won't say side B because it was a double A side. It was a guy I met for the first time, and his name was Rob Bass. So Rob Bass and myself made our records at the same time. Yeah. So that was like that's moons ago.
Wow.
You know,
What's
so
your favorite?
big shout to Rob Bass.
So I heard you was 5%, God.
Oh, indeed.
So indeed, God.
Oh, indeed.
Well, so
But
I'm about to
Here
say,
you go. Here you go.
So positive was knowledge. That's what it was? Knowledge born.
Positive knowledge, I lost.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
Where it
just
comes
hearing
from.
all that is so exciting.
But let me finish though. I gotta tell you the story gets deeper. So after I did that record, I used to call Def Jam. And there was a lady named Heidi Smith used to pick up the phone all the time. I used to aggravate her every day of the week. I said, Heidi, please help me. And I used to just aggravate her. She said, you know what? I'm going to give you a number of somebody, and you need a manager more than a label right now. You need somebody to help you get some stuff together. Call this guy. Gave me his number. His name was Lumumba Carson.
What?
He told me to meet him in Brooklyn Restoration Mall, and I met him. And I got there. I didn't know who he was. And he gave me the whole history, who he was. He was the son of Sonny Carson, you know, the black activist, you know, the education of Sonny Carson, which you guys probably know now was Professor X, the overseer.
I was about to say,
that's
X-Clan.
Yeah, so this is before he was Professor X anything. I was his first artist. He was my first manager, and we went out from there, man. And it was just a journey. Then he took me to the studio to record some songs. My first producer that came in there that really showed me how to count bars, how to write songs, how to be creative and whatnot. He brought the guy in. He said, I got this new producer, man. He's real dope. You're going to love him. His name is Daddy-O. He has this group called Set Sonic. Daddy-O walks in. He's like, hey, man, I like what you're doing. You know? So we came in. And we came in and we did that. And next thing you know, he said there's somebody who wants to do a song on you, you know? The stuff that Daddy-O had produced. And we went over there and we met him. It was Nat Robinson. He said, I got these 3 acts I want to do, which is one of my son, which is Audio 2. He said, next is a female rapper named MC Light. And he said, we want to do you. We want to drop the records at the same time. I said, well, let's go ahead and do it. I signed. And the rest was history. You know, first priority was born.
I want to touch into what you just said, Mika, because it's really important to address that.
Before you said that, this person said Positive Decay was goody. Cleveland, Washington. I don't know. If you
Cleveland, Washington. What's good? Big shout. Is that Cleveland, Washington, the name or the town? I don't know what's going on. I don't care. But anyway, it goes big shout.
But what I want to address is, like, you know, there are people who still don't know the real history of hip hop.
Right. And I'm one of those people. I'm not very fluent when it comes to the history of hip hop.
Everybody looks at and you know the blessing that. All right, let me get you a backstory. Me and this man go way back, way back, and. Because I saw a show one time, what is it called?
You're from New York.
Growing Up Hip Hop. And I'm like, I guess that's for the new generation because growing up hip hop is what we did. We grew up hip hop.
They was before us. Well, it was disco, but I mean, it wasn't disco.
When you're hearing, you know, Audio 2, that's, you know, just like that. And, you know, when you're hearing Lumumba, who made X-Clan, Paradise Gray, who I just hit up on Facebook today. I mean, these are all people that were in the origin of what it is today. And it's grown so much. And the elders, I think that people have forgotten what the elders really did, laying these footprints. So, because of that, I am going to do something that I don't normally do, but I am going to get on the phone some classic hip hop icons with us.
Before we do that,
Yeah, go ahead.
this
Yeah, let's
gentleman,
talk to the viewers.
Cleveland, actually, I didn't recognize his name on Facebook. He is a DJ here, but he's from New York, and he plays a lot of the old school hip hop genre, I said it wrong, but he plays it a lot at the bars that he works, you know, that he DJs.
Hey,
so
thanks a lot,
shout out to
Cleveland.
him. Yeah, that's exactly what
Keep hip hop alive, baby. Keep it alive.
Old school hip hop.
He's a wonderful DJ.
Keep it alive. Keep it alive.
All right, now we're gonna have to, you know,
This is gonna be
because
so
this is gonna be
exciting.
dope. This is gonna
Let's-
be dope. Hey,
You can call.
all
They can
right.
call
So
us.
check.
You can give a number.
Yo, can you hear us? Can you hear us, darling?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Well, let me introduce you to the world. The world. This is the extravagant, most celebrated photographer in New York. This is Heather Hunter.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey!
I don't know her.
All right, so
I
we
just
gotta
knew her
listen.
off
We
of
gotta keep.
Tupac's video. That's
All
all I
right,
knew.
so check this out. We got Positive K on the show today, but I wanted to call.
What's up, mama? What's going on with you?
Hi, baby.
Hey, man, it's all gravy on my end. You know, you said I seen some flicks of you last week. Y'all said so. Looking good.
You gotta come to New York so I can shoot you.
So she can shoot
You got it. You got it. Hey, that's a plan. I'm doing a show on March 16th. Let's try and work it out.
So Heather, check this out. Give us a little background on you and your history in hip hop.
Well, I'm born Bronx, native New Yorker, and also from Brooklyn. I was raised in Brooklyn and Harlem. And I used to hang out, after school. I used to hang out out the Square Mall all the time, sometimes cutting school. And I would be down there with everybody who was friends of mine, like Biz Markie, even Labumba, I can even say.
Mike.
Oh, Mike. Over here.
Michael Williams, a lot of different actors and people that you would never expect to see at this point now successful at where we take it things,
Right.
So we'd just be out there just hanging out.
Yeah, remember at the cheesecake.
She said Aubrey Square Mall.
Aubrey Square Mall.
Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Now, yeah. So now being where you are, after all these years, do you feel hip hop as, have you gotten tired of it where it's at right now, or you feel it's still got life in it?
Nah, because I believe like hip hop is in my blood for life. And no matter how much whether the culture changes, it's still rooted. There's no way. It's like I've always loved hip hop. I think with the new generation, just with anything musically when it comes to hip hop, things are gonna change. If I think about even when we were growing up, and you look at our parents and their music, there's some things that we didn't like, certain things that we did like, but we embraced it.
Right.
So I think now with the generation, there's probably stuff I don't like, and there's stuff that I do like, but I embrace hip hop altogether.
All right, well, Dave, listen, we don't want to keep you long because we got a couple other calls to make, but I do want to shout out your photography. Let us know your website so we can put it up on the show.
Yeah, you can either go to my Instagram, which is Hunter Heather, or heatherhunterphotography.com. For more of that, just come over. I have so much other stuff going on besides photography.
So we definitely gonna have to. Yeah, we gonna have to get something on you.
We come over this evening if we're close enough. Where are you?
She's in New York.
Well, we would love to come there tonight. Really, I would love to. We'll book a plane ticket right now.
We get the whole jet and get the whole team together.
Really?
That'd be
We
cool.
should do that.
Thank you so much, Heather. We love you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right.
Appreciate you. Thank you
All right,
so
Bob. I'm
much.
gonna see you soon.
All right. Later.
Yo, you know what? Yo, she said something that's real though. Think about this. When we was growing up, we sagged our pants. We had to let our draw, our boxers show a little bit. We mad because they sagged it further.
I don't remember y'all saying
I don't
that.
remember that.
I think our pants were just cut.
Nah. I think the BB,
You guys were
Exactly.
They were
Exactly.
They just the band was just a little higher. That's all.
Exactly.
Y'all weren't sagging
I don't
like
think
that.
we wasn't wasn't sad day
You
for
were
us.
not sad.
I just didn't put on a
I
belt.
never
We
saw
had
men's
no-
underwear. No.
You saw the top of our BBDs.
No, I did not.
It wasn't
No,
sad.
They were hanging out. They were hanging out.
I just think you guys
They were
didn't
hanging
wear
out more than
belts,
second.
but it was
I'm
not
gonna
how
go
it
hang
is
it out.
now.
They hanging out?
I'm gonna go hang it out more than
so
second.
we mad that they went down a little bit further then.
No,
They hung out a little
No,
bit
it's
further.
just flat out
It's just
ignorant. I don't
people.
need
They
to
pulled
see
it
your
down on
whole
purpose.
I say this. Think about this. We also used to tape our pants
I
legs.
see.
Yeah.
We did
You know what I'm
do
saying?
that. I did it too.
And we did a lot of odd things, and our parents looked at us like, "Are you?"
No,
crazy?" I used to have to sneak out the house with my do-rag. My pops.
You had hair?
But that's different. But that was
Yes, and I had the waves, and I would rock the do-rag with the BBD shirt and the boxers, and my sharkskin pants and my Adidas.
First of all, that's different than having your whole asshole out.
But I'm telling you right now, I said
That's
this.
not an
See the look on Mika's face.
The do-rags, my parents.
Sharkskin.
Yelling.
I'm sorry.
Now there was Adidas with no laces. There was an era.
We did that.
There was no laces and nothing going on. I mean, you know.
Well, that was true, and that was
All
fine.
that.
I think our
now
parents
we upset
accepted
with our
that,
kids for
but
expressing
now.
their own personal.
That's
No,
not
no.
expressing
You have your
yourself
whole
wearing your
entire
pants down to your
asshole out.
fucking
That's
knees.
disgusting.
And then you run and gotta
No,
hold your
it's
crotch while you
stupid.
run. That's just not, that's not no
That we
statement.
sound like our parents.
You're
That's
trying
not
to
a
see your Tommy
statement.
No, I
drawers
don't
off.
think that our parents
Tommy
had to really
Hilfiger
tell me.
joints
You know
off.
why? You know why?
What's up?
Because
What's
I
up?
believe that the past
Yeah, it's
generation had a
telling the
little more
statement all right.
respect
It's
for
saying
our
I'm ready to
parents
get
than this
fucked. That's what it's
generation.
saying.
Okay. Well, here's the next call because
okay.
I got the call back. So here's the next call. Let me introduce y'all to one half of the dynamic duo hip hop iconic group, Nice and Smooth. This is Smooth B on the phone.
Oh, yeah. Now, what up?
I love nice.
Yo, Smooth.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, man. Listen, we ain't gonna keep you long because we on the phone on the speaker, and you know I got PCS Metro, so it's some bullshit. But yo, I want you to tell the people, yo, you have been in hip hop since the beginning. Tell us how it has affected your life and how you got down.
He got Metro.
Living in New York, living in the Bronx, growing up, and I was inspired by Grandmaster Flash,
Yes, I love that.
Serious Five, Cool Herc, and ironically, I lived in their neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So I would see it. You know, so I was always seeing it, and I mean, it just inspired me. I remember the first time, like hip hop in and of itself is amazing, especially when you see it in its truest form, and when you see it from the whole essence of graffiti, turntables, cats in the palm, that whole thing is just sheesh. You can see it on what was that show they had on
The Get Down.
The Breaks.
The Get Down.
Right, yeah, Get Down my suit.
It was mind blowing. You know what I'm saying? So
I was just about to ask
all
how we
that to
felt
say
on that show.
was that when I realized that it went further than the block and further than the park, was one day they had this television show called Midday Live. It was a news show, on television, and Grandmaster Flash, the Serious Five was on there, and that blew my mind. So I was telling I remember running in my mom going like, the girls that y'all be, just be beating my ass for coming in, late. Because, these people ripped down and coming around. I was young. I was a youngin'. I'm like 10, 11 years old. So I was supposed to be home by 8, between 8 to 10. Then if I was hanging out with my brother. So anyway, if I came home late from the church, you get whipped out. So I was like, Mom, you got beat this boy. You know what's on TV,
So I'm getting beat
Yo,
for.
hold on. I don't mean to cut you short. But I know that my co-host probably have a question for you.
Yeah, she asked about how you felt about the Get Down show.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Oh, okay. Well, let me ask you this, Smooth. What's your story?
my story was this. Brent and I went and we had such a skill trade and Dope on the Road. That's a single Dope on the Road. And we ended up taking it to Speaker Bag because at that time, Greg, he worked Speaker Bag, he was doing beatbox and she's a rock.
Right.
So, he wanted to do something different. He wanted to move on. And as you know, and a lot of people don't know, I was working with Bobby.
You was working with Bobby Brown, right?
Yeah, and I was doing background with him and all of that. So when Greg and I joined forces and put it together, the first joint was Skill Trade Dope on the Road. And so when we took it to Sleeper Bag, that was like the intro to them, but they didn't sign us for. They ended up just giving us first it started off as a single deal, whatever. But we ended up developing into an album and all of that.
Well, you've been 30 years plus in the game, so you know what I'm saying. You a hip hop icon. Yo, say what's up, Pops.
Hey, yo, this is Pies. What up, Spoon? What up, Bizzle? Hey, yo, let's give him a little hip hop trivia. Tell him this: whose house we used to stay in? We used to be at playing all our demos, all our new songs, and drinking 40s on Parsons Boulevard.
He said Parsons.
G-Rap.
Yo. Well, listen, man, we gotta continue on. I wanted to make sure that I checked in with you. We'll hit you on when once we finish. But we love you, man. Keep it going. Old school, old school, old school. We love y'all, niggas. Smooth B, that's my man.
My brother.
All right, bro. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. I love you back.
Peace.
Yo, man, that was dope. You just had two people.
That's hard.
That's legends in this game.
Well, they was all there from ground zero, man. Heather was there from ground zero. Latin Quarters was not. Smooth was there from the beginning of the whole record, the music explosion. You know what I'm saying? So it was that. She said, "That's it."
So I do have. I was actually. It was funny that when he just was talking about the show. How did you feel about it? I love that show, The Get Down.
I love it.
I'm mad that it's not back on again. I don't know if they canceled it. I don't understand.
I think the depiction of the energy, they were just so spot on. They were so spot on with their energy. I mean, the energy. They didn't know about guys who was breakdancing. I'm like, yo, where did they get this? Like it was just so spot on. Yeah.
When I
great direction, great filming, everything.
When I talk to people from New York, I have talked to a couple of people from New York, and they say that literally every inch of those episodes were spot on, down to the drug dealing, the streets,
the Pumas.
He said even down to like the stores and how the stores look.
The bodega.
Well, listen, a lot of the graffiti's still there. So
well, you got no choice.
They don't go too far with that. You know what I'm saying? So,
I absolutely love that show. I hate that they canceled it because Nas did a wonderful job producing that show. I love that.
He's awesome.
You know, it's crazy too. The thing about the show too is it's kind of like it brings you back to a moment in time where you can actually place yourself there.
Yeah.
You can actually
especially
think about the
if you grew up and you were there during those times. You're like, oh my God,
and you got that comic
really
flair. Because you think about
feel
this,
it.
the whole 3 o'clock Saturday, what was we doing? We was watching
Soul Train, baby.
Soul
Train. First Soul Train, then
Kung Fu.
Yeah,
from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and then we go outside, we fighting each other for the next 2 hours.
Incorporate the whole Hispanic community and all that.
And some of the music that was in the show was that because I don't think any of it was actually artists, because I don't think they could use actual artists' music, but it was very close knit as far as the music.
Yeah, it was so spot on. I mean, all the re-recordings, whatever they did, whoever the music advisor was, I think it was Flash or whatever it was. I mean, those guys really did a great job. Exceptional.
Outstanding. Fantastic.
But here, Shally, right. But speaking of that, and back to what Damien asked Heather about the music today versus the music back then, how do you feel about what they call mumble rapping and all of that mumble rap? So we had, when we were growing up, we could understand hip hop was coming from a passion or a meaning, and we could feel and understand where you were coming from. I mean, I'm sure these kids probably understand where they're coming from. I don't know.
I don't know where they're coming from.
I don't know. But is that because of our age, or is it because they're just talking about, I don't know.
Drugs.
How do you feel about
Today's
coming from the root of hip hop? Coming from the root of hip hop, and see, I'm there. I'm from that root. I'm from that era and that age group where I know, so I want to know how you feel about what's coming up now. I know.
Well, I'll tell you this. I never look down on anyone how they want to choose to express themselves. You know what I'm saying? So, but my choice of music is my opinion. Is my opinion. So I'll say this: is that it's a double-edged sword for music today. I think production is incredible right now. I think when we started out, we didn't have much. We didn't. All we had was 2 turntables and a microphone.
Right.
You know, you might have had somebody who knew somebody played in the band or something, and played the congas or something. You might get a conga thrown in there somewhere. But we didn't have anything. Now these guys who are doing productions right now are like really accomplished musicians. They're playing 2 and 3 pieces. You know what I mean? They play guitar.
They have the talent.
Now on top of that, they're accomplished engineers on top of that.
Engineers
because of the technology.
Engineers is what I was going to say, because I feel like in the past we had more musicians who were actually playing, and I don't know about in hip hop, but in music period, I felt like we had more musicians who were actually playing the live music. I feel like there's more engineering going on.
No, we had Pumpkin. You know, we had Pumpkin. We had Davey DMX. You know, Orange Crush. You know, you had Larry Smith who did all that stuff. I mean, they were accomplished, but like I said, they weren't started out early on like these guys are right now. I mean, kids are being raised up now, you know, knowing what Pro Tools is. And they, you know, and you can get the guitar on your phone. I mean, you know, you learn to play notes and how to and all this stuff.
What do you think about the engineers back in the artists, though? Sometimes the beat was way harder than the artist, though.
But do you know what?
There was a time.
I would suggest one of the things, I mean, you guys had no problem looking into a dictionary of thesaurus and being well read as far as being able to deliver a message.
Right.
The problem nowadays is that the persons who are on the mics, and I'm not saying all of them, but there's a lot of persons who are on the mic who are not necessarily trying to present a message. They want to have an image and a music background.
Well, they do
Whereas
have.
you guys had more of a verbal mastery.
Well, you gotta understand, and I say this, and I take my hat off to guys like Melly Mel and Kumo D and Grandmaster Cass. There was no bar set for them. These guys actually plowed open road. These guys paved. They put the concrete down. They didn't have nothing to go by. I mean, you know, a lot of guys. So I see what Mel did. I see what Kaz did. I see what Mo D did. I put a little twist on that. You know, they say like Eminem's the greatest, he's the greatest. I think he's an incredible and exceptional person. But I'm like just saying, you had so much before you to look at before you. I mean, you know, I'm not saying you're not a dope artist. I mean, Rembrandt, you had Picasso, you had Da Vinci. Awesome. You had guys, but I mean, you know, but you guys see the guy who made the paint. You know, and then did the picture. I made the paint and did the picture. And you're going to say, you know, now you're the best artist? I don't know.
No, he's not the best artist.
But no, he's definitely hands down one of the best.
Today's music, I think, I mean, I won't count them out and say that they don't have a message because they have a message for the generation that they're speaking to
I disagree.
in some way. But it may be negative, it may be positive, but they definitely still do have a message.
I disagree. I'm going to tell you why I disagree. I agree with you on one point that they have a message. Like I said, I'm not going to look down on anyone who wants to choose how they choose to express themselves. But I'm just saying this, is that I think that the creativity is not matching the production to this level of today.
Oh yeah, it's not.
I think the production is out of this world.
Out of this world.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
I would love to see today's producers work with Slick Rick, work with Kane, work with myself, work with the Brand Nubians. You know, I would love to see those guys.
I'm sorry, I hate to make you repeat.
I'm glad you brought the ruler up.
You know, I would love to see these. I would love to see these new producers work with because the creativity level is like the difference is so much.
Right, and I'm not disagreeing with that. It just he said that they don't have a message, and I think
like you said, the messages.
It just may not be positive, or it may be negative to them, and it may be positive, but they definitely have. They're speaking to. I mean, because there's some music that my children listen to, and I'm like, what?
Well, you know, it's so weird, and you probably agree with this. It's so weird, like when Run does my Adidas. I mean, there's no philosophical message in that.
No, but you some hard as hell when you get on your
if you go to one of these colleges, one of these urban classes, and they're teaching hip hop and everything, they'll say, well, they're talking about the Adidas, and the Adidas meant this to them. And I'm like, now they're digging into the crevices of what they thought Run DMC was talking about. You know, they could have been just smoking a joint, had a whole English. My Adidas sound dope, you know. But now you got people that's dissecting what was Positive K thinking. He was rejected, and you know.
And why does he say
it's so degradation. You know, he's lashing out at women and
stalking prostitutes. Everybody reading into everything.
Hey, that was my joint.
It's funny. I laugh at these guys.
Nobody's mad.
So check this out. So I want to ask you this. All right. So we talked about the landmark, where you were, and now we are at 2017. Where are you today?
Recently, myself, and you had my man Smooth B on there. The other half, Greg Nice, we just did an album. We started a group, matter of fact, called the Great Minds. Yeah, called the Great Minds. And we just dropped an album, and we're getting a lot of work right now. It's very nice. Okay. We're working this weekend in North Carolina.
Carolina, where in North Carolina?
In Rocky Mount.
Okay.
Rocky Mount, North Carolina. We're doing that.
My mom is on here, Mother. You're probably not gonna go, but you're close to Rocky Mount. But
come on out, Mom. It's gonna be a good time.
Moms, we love them. You gotta come out.
Don't bring your man, no, Mom.
You know what? He won't come, so it's okay.
So where can we download the song? We're gonna show the video. It's
spelled Great Minds, GR8TEMINDZ. Great Minds. And because great minds do what we think alike. You know what I'm saying? So any place they're streaming, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, just download it, man, and and just show us some love. Follow me at +K_. That's on Google. I mean, that's on Instagram and Twitter. Official +K on Facebook. I mean, just let me know what's happening. Say, yo, I appreciate you. I got love for you. Just let me know what's happening.
But don't tell them you got a man, though. I'm sorry.
What's the name of the single?
The new single is called Bring It.
He don't care though.
What's the one with you and Greg?
It's called Bring It.
It's called Bring It.
It's called Bring It. When is out right now?
No, Make It Happen.
Make It Happen. Okay.
Right,
well, that's with Mr. Cheeks, so he's featuring Mr. Cheeks on the outside.
Yo, Mr. Cheeks.
Lost Boys, big shout out to Lost Boys. L's up.
Well, listen, man, we're about to close out the show.
I'm going to close out like this.
RIP Free.
I want to say, man, thank you so much for coming through.
Thanks for having me.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, ladies.
This has been another episode of Funny Talk with Real People, Inappropriate Podcast, going down in history, hip hop old school icon, +K, Smooth B, Heather Hunter. Man, we just bring it all. I'm your host, Damien, Mr. Inappropriate.
Mika, she's so fly.
New York, Missy Monroe, Concrete Jungle, Legends are made of
Oswald V.E. Bunbury.
I'm that boy, Tiger Escobar.
Yo, we signing out. Take it easy. Peace.
Funny Talk with Real People.